Hello everyone, welcome to a Dihan video. My name's Dihan, and today we're going to be looking at Beige Circle's Mei. This is a bronze match, and Beige Circle is here with me, and we're VOD reviewing.
Hey everybody, I am Beige Circle.
Yeah, so this is probably where I would be holding as Mei too.
This is bad. This is a bad positional failure.
So that was a good idea with the wall, just poor execution. And yeah, now you're kind of forced out and you're surrounded by the enemy team. Don't have anything. I think instead I probably would have just walled here.
Okay.
Like there was no need for you to take your stance and walk all the way over to here when you could have stood here, and you put the wall in the exact same place you could have if you stood here. So you walking all the way over here is just overextending you. Like your team's playing here and they're actually getting pushed back because Ramatra, as soon as you left, he started pushing in on your tank. So you leaving the front line caused him to push in on your tank, and now you're in isolation over here, throwing a wall up and forced to ice block, but your team's not going to be able to get you back.
As soon as that happened, I was like, oh, we just lost that team fight because of me. That's bad, yeah.
So there you had like no contribution to that fight. Had you been like here or something, you would have probably been able to contest the point and get your Ramaltra back onto it. He ends up touching fine, but when he touches, you should wall up here, because that's going to make it so that these two cannot provide heals to
Between the Brig and the
yeah,
Kiriko.
right. So if you put a wall up just right here, you know how to swap your wall, right?
Yeah, like to rotate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you'd have to rotate the wall, hit, E twice, and then bring it up here. That's going to cause these people to move around. It's going to force him and her to probably pop abilities, as well as him just not getting, as much pressure, because he'll have, his support. It's essentially turning this, 5v4 into a 2v4.
Right, until they get around.
Or 3v2. Exactly. It's buying time. Yeah,
he got walled off and then he died.
Yeah, and you put the wall up, but it just needed to happen sooner.
Right.
I think. And then these just look like staggers now. So I would actually do a defensive wall there and just wall off so your team can back up. You guys don't want to be fighting this, because if any of you get picked now, it will just continue the stagger process.
See, I tried to zone out her ult with my ult.
That's a good idea. My only advice further for that, because you see how, these guys all backed up real quick. If you threw a wall somewhere here,
like above court,
like right behind them, if you wall like here, like you can either include the Kiriko or you can put it behind the Kiriko, but somewhere where these two are not going to escape, because this is what happened to your Blizzard. You throw it. Okay.
Oh, she threw it like she lobbed it.
She launched it. It goes like an Ana grenade. It travels pretty far.
Right.
So you probably needed to launch it a little farther. But if you launched it here and then you put a wall,
yeah,
they'd just be backing up into the wall. They're not going to turn around and realize there's a wall behind them, especially not in bronze lobbies. And then,
I have to do it quickly too, because anytime a Mei ults, everyone, especially in the bronze lobbies, everyone is just like immediately come towards you. I don't know if it's different in other lobbies, but yeah, everyone focuses you if you do the Mei ult, because they're like, oh,
they focus the Mei.
Yeah, that's what happens for me.
Okay.
It might not. Be
they. I would say more or less that's probably what they do, especially because it's also a channel ult until you throw it. So if you do kill her, like, she doesn't just drop it and it's now on her dead body. It's gone forever. Most Meis, I'll say, will throw a wall up, throw their ult, and then they'll go into ice block immediately until people start freezing. And then once people start freezing, they'll come out of ice block and right click the heads. So I would just say try to throw the walls up a little bit, before your ult, and just get in the practice of doing that, because that's going to confirm more Mei ult you know, grabs.
Because it's harder to put up the wall after people like.
Right,
once you've announced your
they're
presence,
already gonna
yeah.
start escaping and whatever. So
Right.
if you throw it up before, they're not gonna realize that their routes are blocked, and then the ult, you know, catches them. Same deal. You didn't wall that guy off, so he stayed alive longer than he should have. I want you to just be using your wall just more often, if you can. Because chances are your walls are going to, you know, help you. Whether they're defensive or offensive, I just want you to be using walls more. This Mei can probably get walled off. Okay, that was good right click. That was a good wall, I like that.
She panic rallied as a result. I should have walled defensively. See, I didn't realize our team
I would have walled him off because yeah, once he gets his ult, you know, he needs to be out of enemy LOS for 3 seconds. And not even consecutive seconds, just in general. That's good. Yep. Perfect. Same deal if you walled him off. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, if you walled him off while he was frozen, there's no way he was staying alive.
Right. He does not want to die.
Yeah, tanks are tricky. Good. Freeze ray also goes through heroes.
I need to like get good at that. It's hard to apply that. Oh, see, I was gonna wall her and then she walled.
That's actually a point where you could actually wall up.
That cure goal was yikes.
You could wall up over the wall and then assist.
That's true, right? I got laser focused on trying to wall her off. I didn't want to waste the cooldown, but you're right.
Yeah, just melt that shield a little bit. Oh, see, that's a good wall. That's a good wall.
I think she yeah,
she did. You backed up into it.
Yeah.
But with your movement speed being slowed, you should have realized that you were getting frozen, just ice blocked. You probably just got a little too kill happy and wanted the brig dead. Good. Okay,
I was trying to touch.
Right, and you ice blocked over here instead of back on cart. Because even if you're in ice block, you touch cart.
Right.
That was a movement error.
I pushed too far. Yeah, I should have just stayed on the cart to kill the Kiriko. From there, I tried to push close to get the Ray on her, but I wasn't on the objective. This here, we just got staggered, and I realized that, and I was like, oh, okay. I tried to save this Zarya.
Yeah. That's just stagger kills for you. That's gonna be like the #1 issue in bronze lobbies too. Just people stagger because they don't realize that they need to group up.
Yeah, I was so dead here.
I'm gonna say that that's just staggers though. I don't know if you use your mic in games or not.
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Just try to call for group ups. Because I think a majority of the time what you're doing is you guys are like going in against 5 dudes, but only like 2 or 3 of you are there. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. I'm also live on Twitch. The link to that is in the description.
That may over extend though. But her ram saved her.
Yeah, you see how she didn't like walk all the way around the corner though to wall off though. She's been there. She was, you know, for the most part, like she was close enough to her team that her team could bail her out. It looks like in general too, your aim can be a little bit better. There's gonna be spots that enemies are typically going to be standing in. Like you're gonna have, you know, tanks stand at certain corners, you know, snipers, you know, stand at their certain areas. When you're rounding a corner and aiming with Mei, I want you to just be like trying to aim at those general areas. Because you came around this corner and you shot like here. Chances are there's not going to be an enemy standing there though. There's ones going to be standing like there might be a guy hiding right here. There might be a person standing right around this thing. Up here's a good spot to be spamming, just because people always peek up here. Just try to aim in those general things when you're spamming right clicks, and you're going to, you know, get more damage coming out, more pressure, more headshots. And it might even get you a free pick, especially if it's on something like a Tracer, since you one-shot her.
Right. The Genji was doing a good job of avoiding me this entire game.
Yeah, that's good. That's what he should be doing.
I tried to wall off the Mei, but the lane was too big and she could just walk around it. Ulted it, and I was like, oh, let me wall it off so she can't just get the right clicks.
I'd say the wall was all right. The only thing that you probably need to do also is ice block yourself, because...
I'm not sure if I had ice block.
Oh, you did.
I did?
You did. You didn't use it, I don't think, at all that fight. Yeah, you're just here.
But, let's see here. If I ice blocked, I think everyone would have died still, right? Maybe. Let's see.
Probably. They probably would have died.
But it's still a good, definitely like something I should
good
be doing
idea. Or,
anyways. Yeah.
Or think about it, maybe if you ice block first here, you're able to see who's getting pressured more. So maybe you realize, oh shoot, Queen's fine right here. My Lucio's in danger. So once you realize your Lucio's in danger, you come out of ice block and wall him either up or wall him off. Something so that he's not getting, you know, pressured now. And you won't be frozen either.
Right. You got yeeted by the prig.
Looks like he's out too. So really, you're the only person that actually died to that.
Yes, I definitely should have shifted. Yeah. My finger should just be over the shift key the entire game.
Yeah, that's basically your get out of jail free card. So you can be as aggressive as you want on Mei, as long as you're close to your team, and then you can just hit shift. They can't do anything about it, especially because there's no stuns in the game. So yeah.
See, this was a horrible ult by me. This is the worst ult I've ever watched. Yeah. That's the worst thing ever. Cause see, like I just didn't realize that my team, they had momentum, and so I was trying to save the fight. But I got too focused on trying to save the fight, and then I just wasted my ult. That could have been used probably after this fight to go ahead and try to gain ground.
I think you needed to buy yourself some time, and you needed to wall them off once you realize Ramatro used his ult, because that will at least take his ult out of the equation. Maybe wall breaks and Junker Queen can go through with hers. Okay, so she starts with hers. Yeah, so this wall right here.
In between the Brig and the Ram, or in front of the Ram?
No, right here to stop him.
Okay.
You want to just stop him from progressing anymore, because he's an ult, she's an ult, so whatever happens, we're gonna get run over by these guys. Right, he's using this to buy us time, but we need to kind of back out, because this is too much momentum going their way. And we need to also buy time for you to actually get Blizzard.
Right.
You don't have Blizzard yet. So in order to buy us time, we need to wall them off and then maybe poke out for more Blizzard. And then now that her ult's down, his ult's down, even if Genji uses Blade, maybe we Blizzard the Genji on Blade, or you just, you know, spray him to death. We need to get this ult in order for us to actually win this fight. You unfortunately didn't stall, you know, getting your ult. Slow down the plays at all. So yeah, with momentum, they do just kind of walk over, and we get our ult now, but it's too late because now Genji blades and
they already pushed through,
and they already walked over everyone else. Yeah.
So if I had the ult like 3 or 4 seconds before, it would have been fine, which I could have accomplished by walling them off and delaying them.
Exactly. Like even if you use that when Queen used her ult, sure, but this is an issue where you just didn't have ult and you didn't slow down the plays that they're making to get ult. I guess, do you have any other questions, or?
So the ult was really bad. In general, my walls could have been better.
Yeah, I think we need more defensive walls, it seems.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lot of aggressive walls, but I'd say for the most part, your team is either already dead from your walls, or
I mean, like, it's too late, right?
yeah, it's like too late. Like your team has already died, and now you're putting walls up. No one's gonna be able to capitalize because they're dead.
And prioritize surviving after my ult. Like, I can't rely on my team to get kills afterwards, right? I should try to get kills
Yeah,
myself.
yeah,
My ult.
exactly. Especially in low ranks, the only way you're going to really climb out is if you're going to be making the plays, and you can't make plays while you're dead, right? So do your best to stay alive. And like I said, there's times where you were caught in May ult and you just weren't ice blocking.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, I guess if you end up getting stuck again or have another one, feel free to just, send me a message in the Discord or something.